Now, after I just finally telling that person that don't start calling me and leave me the F alone, because I already know who it is by them saying you like that. I said, don't start leave me the F alone before I stab the F out of you. Because I'm just like, I'm not as beastful as I was a couple days ago. Because, baby, I had to ask the Most High to help me. And then that negative energy had released out of my heart space. And then I felt a lot more calm and peaceful. And it came from a particular individual trying to deposit, but it was my fault because I should have just hung up on them, but I was trying not to be rude. I was about to be like, damn, is that a big ass dead animal right there? Fuck. Somebody might have just left a blanket right there. But anyways, guys, so I'm basically trying to talk about how first of all, I'm thankful to Miss Spiritual Advisor LLC because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have woken up as quick as I did to realize that I was seriously being gang stalked, and what the things that I was experiencing wasn't an illusion. It was an actual orchestration. And the reason why I'm saying that stuff is because, like, I just came from walking at the store, which is like maybe 2-3 blocks away. And it's more peaceful at night at times because it's not too much going on. The very few gang stalkers that will be out here are people who I know aren't a threat. And if they become a threat, I will instantly pick up on the change in their energy about what their intentions are. Like the dude that just tried to call out to me over there in his tent after he did some things that he know even himself wouldn't be cool with a person after doing, knowing that someone did to their shit. But anyways, so I basically, well, I won't talk about that. I was led to not talk about that yet. So really quick, I had just passed a McDonald's down the street, and I tried to record this video 2 other times, and one of the dudes that I wasn't cool with walked by. He was being all up in my video and shit, Brandon. And he know we ain't cool. He walked close by me and then walked away from me. He just tried to make his presence known. I hate when guys do that shit. Like, he was like, well, yeah, I'm walking on the street too, and I see you, and what? That's how his attitude was. But that's okay, baby. I don't mind. But anyways, y'all, so back when I was over there, actually, there's a power plant little area right there. I was just trying to show you. Because at first I thought I was actually over there at first when I was making the video about what my experience was. Anyways, just in case. But because I was thinking that it was always kind of suspicious because the activity that was happening over here versus what it is now, it made me suspicious because where that blue line is, the apartment complex where I live, is like literally right on the other side of that building. And that building is actually a Kaiser Permanente hospital science type of building. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because back when in 2022, when I was being extremely heavily gang stalked, like even more than I am now, even though they're blackballing me from working at certain places at a wide range at like the distance that they know I'm willing to travel, I'm blackballed from working at certain facilities. I'm blackballed for working there, and I figured it out because of the orchestration. Like even the gang stalking that's orchestrated at the community college that is like not too far from my son's daycare. Like, I can only imagine what goes on. That's why I said I need to find another daycare for my son. And that's part of the reason why I wasn't taking my son to daycare, because of the shit that was going on with him. And then I'm trying to address it politely with showing my concern with the Hispanic daycare owner. And then she was like, well, you can just leave. And I was like, the way she said it, she was seeming so inconsiderate. So I was like, well, fuck you then. And then they were still being paid for like 2 to 3 weeks with my son not coming there from the state. And I was like, okay, I ain't no hater. I ain't gotta cancel the shit. I'll just leave. And then when I'm ready and I find another daycare, then I'll have it switched over. And then soon as I was starting to orchestrate to get it switched over to another daycare, that's when she called me all of a sudden. And then she was like, because and shortly before that too, actually, is also, I think it was also because the initiation of the second CPS investigation was initiated from my therapist, who was trying to be, he was basically a gaslighting, egoistic, self-centered narc. narcissist man, and I guess he let it get to his head that he was the client. I mean, I was the patient, the client, and he was the professional with the degree or whatever. So I couldn't like tell him about him starting to change in his attitude and like how he was being towards me. It's like I couldn't, because I didn't have a degree. He didn't respect me trying to like ask him certain questions and basically indirectly or politely bring to the forefront about how some characteristics of his pattern of behavior was towards me. And he tried to make me pay because there's a few times, like 2 or 3 times, where I had to cancel like 10 minutes, I'll say between a couple hours up to 10 minutes prior to us meeting. I had let him know, and he 555 he got upset. He was pissed off because even though I let him know before the time, in 5 minutes that's not enough time, but all you doing is sitting at the computer, nigga. What's wrong with what's your problem? And so he was upset because of that, and so he tried to make me pay. I noticed the change in his behavior after that, and so he initiated a CPS investigation. And I could tell it was like out of spite because of the phrase that was used to the express an alleged concern about my um, mental health, to make them feel like, oh well, they said that they have these concerns, so we need to go do a welfare check. And that pissed me off because I was like, oh, I knew it was some bullshit when she had contact me, the same lady from last time, that when I had to finish the last CPS case where my son was actually taken from me because of the orchestration of them putting me in the psychiatric hospital. um, it just it was irritating to get that call again. I was like, and then the way the caseworker tried to play it off like it wasn't a big deal, but then I was like, no, if you're doing a welfare check and then you're trying to press me to come into my place, and I told you I don't feel welcome and there's no problem and blah blah blah, and you still trying to press me, that means this is a lot more serious. And I felt like they had been bribed, like, no, we got to make our way. But I had pulled a wild card and contact my lawyer before I had them come over to my apartment, and I had my lawyer present when they were over there so that there was no confusion. So anyways, I'm saying all that because basically whatever government orchestration is blackballing me from being able to work, because I was planning on getting off of government assistance, and I saw that I was, getting back in the groove at my other job. But then they start gang stalking me at the job, and then there's something that they start doing at FedEx to fuck with me there. So then I was like, I said, it's time for me to find a new job, because sometimes when you show up, they act like they had too many people and then they'll send you home. But I ain't had time for that shit. So I said I need to find another job. But I was trying to find another job while I was working there. And, oh, I saw the fire truck. They didn't have their siren on this time. But I was trying to find another job. I was trying to find another job while I was working there, but it didn't work out that way. So, that's the homeboy that worked down there at the gas station. But anyways, they get it, Nikki. I know they be involved in trafficking too, but those used to be so. She was one of my favorite rappers. But yeah, the crazy part is, and what he doing? He turned it up louder as he was walking and saw me right here. Boy, you pitiful. But yeah, y'all. So I'm just trying to say, like, the reason why I'm able to, I survived the worst of the worst already when I was being gang stalked back in 2022. That's the, like, it was starting to happen back in 2018 or 19. I'll say it really picked up in 2019, and then really picked up in 2021 when the cops were trying to kill me. And then because they couldn't kill me in Kansas, so because of something that happened, and I attracted a lot of attention to me. So, and then people pulled their phones out, so it kept the cops from being able to do. I said, they're trying to kill me, which they were. And the office, one of my attorneys saw the video, and she could tell. She had said some stuff in agreement, like I wasn't being. She was like, she can understand like how the one officer got aggressive at one point, but he was already aggressive when he came to talk to me. And then the other video of the alleged attempt to elude, when I did elude they ass, because I knew what the fuck they were trying to do. I was like, oh hell no! I put that motherfucker in drive and took off. And then I listened to where their engine was, and I kept driving. And then when I got on the freeway, dead ass was on the shoulder waiting for me. Um, and they let me go. They just put a bright white spotlight on, and then they copied my license plate, and they just let me go because they knew they'll get me. They got me like 7 days later, and part of that was because of the plumber dude, where I parked over by his house. I think he told them, or they located and then talked to him in the middle of the night or something like that. And then next thing you know, I left in the morning, and here they come. That's some crazy ass shit, bro. Soon, not long after I got from down the street, their officer was coming down the street. My car was tapped by that time anyways because of a Freemason having a white dude named Carl that was my brother's next door neighbor put some tracking device on my vehicle. That's why he took him over to the side real quick. Didn't even know who the man was, and then he put his arm around his shoulder and he started whispering some shit to him. And then that's when Carl started making me stay in the car while he fixed under the hood with shit. And I was like, and then it dawned on me later that he had placed a tracker on my car. But anyways, the reason why I seem pretty chill, even though they blackballing me from work. I've been going to do interviews at other jobs. They weren't letting me. I could tell it was orchestrated where they was playing with me, and it happened. It was consistent, and even I said, okay, fuck it, I won't go to work. I'll go back to school and possibly try to get a advanced education so that I could get a job maybe that has basically not a job but have an education where I could also work for myself in that field I went to go get a degree in. But then they start tripping at the motherfucking PCC community college too, and then all of a sudden, like I said in other videos, the freaking dude randomly goes on vacation, and then everybody who's supposed to be working with me, like within a week or a month, they all of a sudden have to go on vacation all of a sudden. And sometimes they just randomly go on vacation to be like, oh no, they're on vacation, but when they come back, they on some BS. It's like they started working against me, and I'm like, then I start realizing it was orchestrated. And then so anyways, what I was trying to talk about before those people came, and I was talking about that power plant area over there, is because back in 2022 when they was, I think, emitting voice frequencies to my head to make me hear voices to drive me crazy, to make it as if I was schizophrenic. But I knew that I wasn't, because the way the voices were, I was like, no, this is not correct, this is not proper, this is not natural, basically is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't natural. And I heard, so this is the whole point I was trying to get to after all that was said. I apologize, y'all. Okay, so I got a notification right there. But anyways, I just passed that McDonald's. One of the main things I heard in my head was, I don't know why, it was like E-I-E-I-O, old McDonald had a farm. But then they slowed it down really slow, and then it was like that, and then it was like, I don't even want to imitate what the sound was, but it basically made the kids' voices sound like, I hate to say it, but like kind of like moaning sounds, like when people are having sex. So, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's the kind of farm he had. He was a trafficking motherfucker. So, and plus then I started thinking about how he was a clown, and the clowns, they kind of try to act, it's like pedophiles do the same shit. They'll ask a kid they want candy or some shit like that, just to bait them in or do something to make them laugh and make them feel all giddy and funny, and make them feel like comfortable and safe, so that they can bait the child in and get the child to come to them, and then boom, get they ass. I see that person walking in the dark over there looking over here. I see you, bro. But anyways, that's when it started down. And then when I was like, y'all gang stalking me and you revealing the truth to me about a lot of shit at the same time. So how the fuck? And then when I even go in the midst of them doing different stuff, like including electronic frequency weapons that caused me to feel like my head was building up with pressure, like it was going to explode. And I endured that for about a year or a year and a half. And then when I told my chiropractor about it, he claimed that it was CTE, but hell to the motherfucking all, because it waited at certain times. Like, bitch, don't you bring your motherfucking ass over here starting no shit, putting your hand in your shirt. You was just walking somewhere else. Don't come over here fucking with me. And now he stopped. That's what I thought. I'm finna go closer to the street over here so to keep myself out of trouble. Send those gang stalkers over here all you want to. They gon' I'm chill right now though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to get into no arguments with nobody or fight. I guess they wanted to distract me. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So the it was some stuff that was being revealed to me spiritually, and it wasn't CTE. They was fucking with me because everything was fine. Like for a good while, I stopped feeling that pressure. It's like I can't explain it because I still now and then experience something with my shoulder here in my neck. I know that it's not some like nerve situation. It's something by my neck over there. It's like somebody hit something and it fucking hurts. But it's like I can't explain it, but it, at first I thought it was like a nerve issue, but then I realized what was going on after I started listening to Miss Spiritual Advisor LLC, and I was thinking about the timing of when those certain, like all of a sudden, pressure built up in my head, and it felt like my head would explode, bro. It felt like my head was going to explode. And then I was like, just go ahead and fucking explode. That's how I felt at times. It got that bad at the point. I was like, just do it. Cause that's how it happened, man. That's and then y'all see me acting like you think I'm an angry black woman, or y'all mad as hell because not all y'all, but there's some people I picked up on that's mad as hell because I call people out and I'm not afraid. I'm bold to call people out, or I seem like all that other shit that they talking about. I'm like, motherfucker, we on different missions, first of all. And second of all, if you endured some of the stuff I endured, then your ass would be the same motherfucking way. There's some bitches out here that I found out they going through pitiful shit they self too, and still trying to have evil eye towards a nigga that actually want to work with them. I wanted to work with they ass, but then I felt this repelling energy, like they don't want to fucking talk to me. It was energetic, and I was like, that's cool, nigga. And I was like, that's okay, because God's still using their Caucasian ass to bring some stuff to the forefront, so people will start believing us African American women that what we're going through. I was like, it's sad that it has to happen that way, but God knows what He's doing, the way things are orchestrated. And anyways, because I know they'll start listening if it happens to a Caucasian woman. That's why I was like, okay, yes, speak out about that shit about motherfucking time, because they don't care about us niggas. Niggers is how they see us. They don't want nothing to do with niggers. We don't matter according to them. Be a divine like a motherfucker, and we still a nigger to them though. But let a Caucasian woman start saying something. Oh, everything, it's time to put everything on hold, and that's cool, because not saying that's cool, that is good, but I'm basically saying it's understandable because of the society, the way the society is. So, and basically that's why I have the strength that I have, because the way the society is, like being a chocolate sister, you probably might not, I ain't gonna lie, there's times I gotten help that maybe even some Caucasian ladies probably wouldn't have gotten help or gotten passes to go through because of the Most High God. But with certain stuff in the past. So I'm thankful for that, because that's how I know the Most High Yeshua is real, because like some of the doors that have been opened in the past, that even now actually, in His timing, considering the way society is set up, that's why some people was evil eyeing the F out of me too. I was about to say, if somebody went and stole my bike and my son baby carrier, because I don't really be seeing nobody walking with having a red one. But anyways, I made it back over here. I just wanted to check out the car. But yeah, so, and I know people are going to hate me for saying that anyways, but I don't care, because they keep on hating me. Hi, ma'am. I was just making sure, I was just keeping an eye on my son. That lady was being polite. I hate when I'm in a serious mode and then somebody coming trying to be nice and then I seem like a total bitch. Yeah, he's sleeping peacefully, ain't he, babe? Dang. I was just seeing how. Never mind, I'll keep it to myself. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just saying all this because people are probably looking at me now. They're like, girl, the shit you going through, that ain't shit compared to what I'm going through. But baby, you don't have no clue what I went through in 2022 up until the November 2023. That was like the worst of the worst of the gang stalking I have ever experienced in that whole time. And going through it while going through an awakening at the same time, more than one awakening. So I'm good on that. I'm looking at they got a thing. Who is that fucking whistling? Nah, they better find out. Somebody one of these days they're gonna find out whistling and trying to call somebody. That ain't gonna work. But yeah, so yeah, y'all, just keep in mind about that stuff. Like I went through energy weapons being used on my motherfucking ass, like shit that you can't talk about with nobody. And then when motherfuckers know what it is that's happening to you, they writing it off as a motherfucking illness so they can get you on some goddamn pills. That's the shit that pissed me off right there. But even now, I'ma still be cool, calm, cool, and collected. Now, what you blowing the horn at? Ain't nobody in the street or in the way. Oh, come on. I'm trying to lock the car door. But yeah, y'all. So basically, old McDonald had a farm in EI. Oh, I don't even, I can't do it the way they did it. I can, but I just don't. It really pissed me off because there were some other things that I'm just not going into detail about. And they know how it irks me about pedophilia, especially the kind where the man or the woman are they're doing some sick things against the child's consent. Like they can't really consent, and then they take advantage of them. I hate that shit for real. Like I can't even describe it. I would torture those people. But anyways, now he coming back and ain't no music. Fuck this club, but fuck this club, but ain't on right now. I guess he thought I'll be in the house by the time he came back. But yeah, y'all. So I just wanted to share that real quick, so y'all can know. And then he stopped and turned his music back on as he was walking by me. Baby, I don't want to walk by. If you won't, I'll get off the sidewalk and get in the street so you can walk by. There was no music playing. He stopped and then he grabbed some shit out of his pocket, and now he's coming by with the music on. I'll talk louder over the music, but instead of making y'all go through that shit, I'm gonna just get off the phone and then make another shorter version of this video. Bye bye.